chapter 2, nearly slipped up, chapter 2, bullet point 1, no, chapter 1, bullet point 2. The underdog in the eyes of other people's perspective. Set goals that you know you will achieve if you put 100% effort in. Now, the goals I wrote in here was months ago. I was like, oh, I was overdoing it. But now it's like, because I've got to trying to get things sorted so I can get my diagnosis meetings paid for. The first two that are happening in February, unless they say, oh, you can postpone to another time. But that'll be months later if I'm unable to do it now. So yeah, because you got to pay if you want to play for your basketball team, pay for each term, and then you got to pay for every 20 sessions of Krav Maga, and so I've got some more, but I don't know how much. I know it's somewhere between 1 and 5. So, but things are all good. I had an interview, not in person. It was an online interview. He had questions, and he had a 1-minute recording to answer each question. So anyway, when I'm on top of those things, if I do Krav Maga, it's 1.5 hours of Krav Maga training. So that's it. As far as physical working out stuff, apart from work, work is not as. No, I don't want to give any details away because I thought I was going to thrive in this other job. I did, but it was very capped. Like if you're regional manager, you get 6 figures, or double the amount as the average person, and then it's like that's the highest you can get, and they're like the top dog, and then there's other industries where security and yardsman experience, selling building products as a yardsman, getting the products together, and then there's other things that apply to this industry, and yeah. Anyways, let's get started. Oh, and when I'm doing basketball, it's just when I walk to my basketball training, even though I'm not playing, I just walk to the basketball court. It's about a 2-kilometer walk, shoot hoops for about half an hour, stretch up about 10 interval sprints with 40 seconds rest in between each one, and the interval sprints go for about 15 meters, and then stretch up, and then walk back here another 2 kilometers. And then there's the other days when I'm not doing either of those. My strength training is 20 star jumps, 1 minute rest, 20 squats, 1 minute rest, 20 push-ups, 1 minute rest, and usually I do it 4. I do 4 sets of that. First of all, I stretch up, and then after those 4 sets, it's 12 Superman raises. Oh no, the push-ups is 1.5 minute rest, sorry. And then Superman raises, 1 minute rest, do that 3 times, 50-second plank, 1.5 minute rest, do that twice, and then stretch up. So some days I do that strength training as well as walking, just go for walks. Usually I walk for a couple of hours. Sometimes it's it's down here, wherever. Sometimes it's the walk as well as basketball, shooting the basketball hoops, or it's a walk and it's Krav Maga. That's when all those things are happening. So if I was to, I used to go harder because that would silence my mind. Now I don't need to do that to silence my mind. Set goals you know you will achieve if you put 100% effort in. When you are building up your confidence after it has been destroyed by the world, it is important to have daily goals that you achieve on a day-to-day basis. For example, let's write down a week's worth of goals. Well, I used to write them down every week. Now it's like I write them down daily. Sometimes it's a text thing, but at this time I was texting it, so I used to write them down every week. Then it turned to text them to myself every week. For the past decade or so, it's been text the goals to myself daily. For example, Monday might be apply for vacancies, chase up applications made over the weekend, go for a walk, and go to the gym and run 2 kilometers in 20 minutes. Now, this is one of many months later in September 2025, so even a lot more months later. So when I wrote this little note thing, it was somewhere between 3 and 4 months ago. And this one was written a couple of months before then, 3 months before then. In September 2025, proofreading this for spelling mistakes. And I must say, I've started following a new workout plan, and so far, I'd have to say I was definitely overtraining myself at this time. So anyway, gym and then run for 2 kilometers in 20 minutes and follow it up with 5 sets of 20 bicep curls using both arms at the same time with 10 kg in each hand. Also 5 minutes rest in between each set with a set of 20 star jumps within each of those 5-minute rests. Don't forget to stretch up before you run and stretch after your final set of 20 push-ups and after your final rest period, which includes 20 star jumps as well. Yep, I was definitely overworking myself. Now, the world, because I was working this full time too, now the world may be at war. There may be political upheaval. There may be civil unrest. You may be waiting to hear back about vacancies you applied for and chased up with phone calls. You may be waiting to hear back from a woman that has been messaging you. But one thing is for certain, come hell or high water, you will apply for some vacancies. You will chase up the vacancies you applied for on the weekend. You will go for a walk and you will go to the gym. You will achieve everything you have set out to do on that day. You may not have power over whether or not you will hear back from these vacancies or not. And you may not have power over whether or not that woman continues to reply to you or not, or reach out to you. But one thing is for certain, you achieved everything you set out to do on that day. And as the days and weeks go by, it's not a hell or high water thing, it's just a habit that you have formed. As months go by, it's all about the maintenance and improvement and variation of that habit. Like for example, today, my goals were go to the food bank, to go for a walk, to apply for some six-figure vacancies, to chase up my six-figure vacancy applications from yesterday with a phone call. 5, to write down the information that comes out of my mind and heart when it comes to this bullet point of this chapter. And finally, to go to the gym, run 2 kilometers in 20 minutes, and 5 sets of 20 bicep curls, both arms at the same time, with rest periods, and a set of 20 star jumps each. After each set of 20 bicep curls with 10 kg in each hand. So, here's today's goals. Thursday, the 8th of January, 2026. Rising routine. Now, I'm not going to say where I'm walking or doing the basketball. Rising routine. Record and upload. Chapter 1, Bullet Point 2. So I've got tick against those two already. City green. Watercress. I don't usually go out for one thing, but hey, I love watercress and I haven't had it in a long time because I didn't realize they were selling it in the Lower Hutt. And I found it, so now it's like I reschedule my schedule so I can get a bag each week. But this time around, I'll just go out and go there. And I know I'm not a fan of going out for one reason, but this time, well, one reason can be a walk. That's, yeah. Okay, and so basketball, not saying where it is. Walk, not saying where it is. Apply for sales vacancies and resting routine. That's today's goal, Thursday, the 8th of January, 2026. And time's about to run out.